Hey everyone, my name is Javier Cabral, representing the Haiku universe. I'm super excited to be here with my co-host Carlos. Really quick, just to give myself a quick introduction. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an artist, painter, and a lot of marketing for nonprofits. And now I'm in the realm of building behavioral therapy to help people with mental health because that's super huge right now. And then I'm also doing some kickboxing, getting back into it for the most purposes of being in shape. But really, I'm excited about MMA and the future of it. It's growing so fast. It's an incredible sport. So I'm excited to be here. And yeah, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm Carlos. I'm not as exciting as my. I'm a straight up. I'm a straight up accountant. You know, love MMA. Got into it a couple years back. Just watching it. Trained a couple of times, not a lot, but it was fun when I did it, and hopefully I'll get back into it again.
What got you into it, like watching MMA?
What happened? I think it might have been like during like the Anderson Silva era.
Yeah.
I started watching.
Mm.
I think a friend he always talked about it. It was like pretty cheap to go to the fights and everything. I never went, and then one day I just like happened to watch it with him and saw like Anderson Silva. I'm like, holy crap, man! Like this guy's amazing.
Yeah, Anderson Silva was a beast.
Yeah,
He was like one of the first ones I watched. Um, just talk about it from my perspective. Like what got me into MMA was I used to watch a lot of like WWF wrestling, and like when I watched WWF and like I was a huge The Rock, Dwayne Johnson fan, and I thought like I thought it was real because I was a kid at first. So I was like, yo, this is real. They're talking shit. They're out there going out in their underwear, spanking each other, whatever. Like, this is wild, right? And then my sister's boyfriend, he came up to the living room and he was like, why are you watching this? And I'm like, what do you mean? Don't you see these badass motherfuckers talking shit, beating each other up, slamming chairs on each other? Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, this is fake. This is not real, right? Like, this is you're watching bullshit right now. And it's for me, because I was such a huge fan, it was like someone telling you Santa Claus is not real, right? I was like, well, what are you talking about? And then he introduced me to UFC, and I was like, and then I saw like these people were getting knocked out. Like this was real stuff. Like when you watch wrestling, especially if you watch The Rock, he'll like punch somebody and then he'll look at the crowd and the guy will be dozing off or just look real funny. When I saw UFC, I was like, oh, this is the real deal. So from that point on, I didn't even watch wrestling anymore. I was like, I'm just gonna watch mixed martial arts. So that's how I got into it.
Yeah, I was a big WWE fan too.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
It's Rock is number
The
one.
Rock?
But I
Yeah.
also Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. Yeah, Triple H. That was the era. That was like the golden era right there. I think like I don't know. Once John Cena, no knock on John Cena, we're all about love over here. Like, but once John Cena became like the main star, I was like, I don't know. I can't see you. Like he was back. I can't see you. So before we get into the next portion, I just want to know, like, what, just for everyone watching too, what's like the most entertaining fighting style for you when you watch MMA? Like, what are you looking more forward to?
I love watching the Muay Thai fights.
The Muay Thai fights?
Yeah. The guy who goes from like Muay Thai into the UFC and stuff like that, the stand-up game. I
Yeah.
love watching that. I'm not a big fan of watching like the kicks.
Oh, the kicks?
Yeah, the kicks to the legs.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, those are vicious.
Yeah. And like no one ever did that until Forrest Griffin. I don't know if you remember that. Against Rampage Jackson.
I don't remember that fight, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the championship fight, and Forrest just kept kicking him in the knee, kicking him in the knee.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That,
yeah.
When Forrest won the belt, everyone started kicking in the knee.
No, you're right. I think I saw Joe Rogan talk about that too when he was talking to George Masvidal about how the kicks got into the game. Yeah, you're right, man. Forrest Griffin was a beast too, man.
Yeah, he was a tough gun, man.
Yeah, man. He had that one fight with this other guy. I feel like we should know this, but I don't know. It was like some other white dude with like short hair. He had like hair up to here. I think he was like
the UFC won the tough.
Yeah, the ultimate contender.
Yeah, Stephen Bonner.
Yeah, Stephen Bonner. Yeah. See, this is why he's here. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows the name. Yeah. No, that was a legendary fight though.
Yeah, that definitely was.
And for me, I guess I do love like the stand-up game. because like I did a little bit of boxing like sporadically throughout my life, like my early teens, and then when I went to college, I did a little bit of it, and then now I'm getting back into kickboxing. So I definitely love like the stand-up games, the punches. I love seeing kicks. So that's kind of like interesting because like I don't know, like the way Leon Edward kicked Kamaru Usman, I feel like that showed me like the real power of a kick
Oh
because
yeah,
30 seconds left. And after that, I was like, these kicks are crazy. Like I've seen people get kicked, but the fact he did it to Kamaru Usman like that, I was like,
yeah,
that's insane. That was insane.
yeah.
I do like the stand-up game. I'm not a big fan of the wrestling, to be honest. It depends. Like if it's jujitsu, I feel like it's more entertaining because I see that they're trying to submit or go for something. But if
Yes.
it's just straight like wrestling, like the way Islam Makhachev wrestles, he does submit, but I feel like he submits them after they're like already almost knocked out, kind of in a way. But like I'm just not a big fan of that. That's why I wasn't a big fan of the Khabib era too much either. The only wrestler that I've seen that I really liked was like George St. Pierre. I don't know, I liked watching him.
Yes.
He was a beast at it. But yeah, that's what I like. We both like the stand-up game. You watch boxing too, by any chance? Like, are you into boxing?
I never was into boxing, so I skipped a step. I just jumped from WWE straight to like UFC.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
I started watching a couple of fights, Wilder Fury type stuff, like during
Mm,
that. So it's not like a lot. My brothers are like way into boxing.
right.
Way into
That
boxing.
Wilder Fury though, man, dude, that was insane. Like that last fight they had, they both went down like 2 or 3 times. That was probably the most legendary boxing fight I've ever seen.
Yeah. It was, when I hear something insane about that, so I've always everyone knows Muhammad Ali the greatest.
Right.
It wasn't until COVID where I actually watched all of his previous like fights.
Mm,
I've never watched a Muhammad Ali fight until COVID, and I'm
really?
like, what the hell, man, this guy's great.
Yeah, he's a beast. He was
Like I
like,
saw the highlights, but I never watched a whole fight. Like man,
yeah, you're
you know,
right. No, I haven't actually watched a Muhammad Ali fight in its entirety. I gotta catch up on that.
you
I
would get
I
addicted
liked
to it.
him dancing. And I always liked Muhammad Ali just because of like his his empowerment. He's always stepping up for the community and stuff like that. So a lot of those speeches always come up. And then the George Foreman, like the Will Smith movie. I feel like
Yeah,
when he played Muhammad Ali, I learned a lot from that. But my favorite boxer, I think, is probably like, and he gets hated on a lot, so it's a hit or miss. I don't know if you're gonna like it, but Floyd Mayweather, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like it's too clean,
he's a
man. Like,
he's the greatest.
yeah, like, dude,
Yeah,
that's the point of the game is not to get hit, right?
yeah,
Just gotta
yeah,
grow into old age, being yourself, getting
yeah,
money. That's the goal, right?
yeah.
So traveling, yeah, cool.
Um,
This is exciting. This is awesome. All right, cool. Let's get into the next one. We could go one by one. So let's go to the top 10 fighters of all time. And I know you're not all the way prepared with it. And so that's totally fine. Like it's all good. We could always come back and look at it and stuff like that. Because we might miss somebody out like a couple days later and be like, man, I can't believe I didn't mention this person. Right.
yeah.
Mine might be the same
Are we
because
going in order?
huh?
Are we
Um,
going in order?
I'm gonna go in order. You don't have to though.
Okay.
So you could just like I'm gonna say a name. You could agree, or you could like say somebody else that you just from the heart,
Okay.
whatever. It's
Okay.
all good. Yeah, it's all good. I'm just having fun. I mean, it's our first episode. Hopefully, millions watch this, but if it's probably gonna be it's all good. All right, so the first one I'm gonna go with John Jones. I mean,
I mean,
it's hard, right? Like, how can you argue with John Jones, right?
yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
out the bat, beating everyone, beating every legend. He actually, I don't know if you've seen his tweet lately, but he retweeted or he tweeted for Tom Aspinall because Tom Aspinall was like he should get stripped, like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the champion right now. Let me fight Stipe, whatever. And John Jones is like, I beat every legend for 15 years straight. And the first time I get injured, you want to act like, nah, this is the legend. This is a go record, man. He
You
has an
don't.
incredible ground game. And I love John Jones because of his stand-up game and his ground game are impeccable. But his stand-up game is like, it's crazy. Like right now, I think like maybe he's getting older, so you know you want to grapple, take control and stuff like that. Maybe that's kind of the mindset. But when he first came out, his kicks, his spinning back fist,
Yeah,
like, he used to hit
yeah,
that spinning back fist all the
yeah.
time. Like he was smooth, man.
Yeah.
And then his last fight, you had a minute in, and you what? Like
Yeah, he
people thought
destroyed
Cyril
him.
was gonna win. People really thought he was gonna win. Cyril Gane, like they really thought he had it. I was like, there's no way.
He
There's
could
no,
have also been affected by the limelight of fighting like John Jones
yeah,
too. You know,
I agree.
like he could have done a little bit better than that. You know,
Hey man.
but yeah, I mean, anyone. They should, I've heard people say like number one for them is like Conor McGregor.
Okay.
No,
Nah,
no,
nah,
it's
nah. I
Josh.
mean, I'm not gonna lie, Connor's on my list, but not number one. Not number one. So who you got? Who what's the first name you got? Is it John or what?
I mean, John, we might as well said like top nine because we already know who number one is.
Yeah, John, right? What do you like
It's
about
definitely
John? I
John.
know I spoke a lot, but just curious, like what's your thing about John?
I mean, what I've watched him since he was like first got into the league. His one DQ loss, thought that was like should not have happened. He
Right.
was done, you know. But I mean, the guy, what is there not to say? The guy's great. He's a legend,
The
you know.
beast.
Yeah.
I remember this story where he like somebody was getting robbed and he like stopped the
Yes.
thief and all that. He's like a superhero, bro.
Yeah, that happened in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I
and
don't know.
that was before his title fight.
Yeah, that was the night
Yeah.
before the title fight. He just choked somebody out and waited for the cops. I'm like, what are you doing? This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, he did have a stint with the drugs, but I don't care. Like, it
I
wasn't crazy.
mean,
Yeah.
every, as a professional fighter, I'm not judging his personal life and what he does.
Yeah.
I'm judging from what he does in the ring.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're 100% right. I just think he gets a lot of flack for that. Personally, I
Yeah,
don't care. No, yeah, I don't care.
I mean, you get hit in the head a lot of times. Sometimes the screws get loose, but
No, you're
but
right.
but awesome fighter.
Yeah,
Cannot complain.
that
Number one.
reminds me of like Alex Volkanovski.
Yes,
Like, remember when you saw the fight when he lost to Islam, right?
yes.
And like afterwards, he was like, "Man, I got to fight, or I'm gonna do my head in." And I'm like, I don't know how they speak in New Zealand, but that don't sound right, man. Like, I was worried about this guy. Fighters are crazy, man. They're not crazy. They're just, I don't know. They crazy. Fuck it. All right, cool. So the next person on my list, you already mentioned him. So we're probably going to have the same kind of idea on this. But Anderson Silva, dude. Anderson Silva, dude. The Spider legend, dude. Oh my God, man. He was just so smooth. And like the greatest thing about what I loved about watching Anderson Silva is that it looked like he was getting punched, but he will just flow with the punch and use the momentum for like defense.
Yeah,
Because like usually you go forward to the punch, that creates that momentum to get you knocked out. But when they punched him, he would just flow with it like the Matrix. Man,
yeah.
like just like punch somebody out. I was like,
It was crazy. I remember there was fights where he would like go up against the cage, and then he'd be like, "Come on," and
yeah,
he'd just stand there with his hands out and just like avoid the punches. I'm like,
yeah. He's like, well, you know this better than I do, right? Because you see Muhammad Ali's fight, but I compare him to Muhammad Ali of the UFC. That's the way I think
yeah,
about it.
yeah. I think when he first got in there, his fights were ending like too quickly, and then he was trying to like draw it out more, and he started doing
Right.
like a little bit too extra stuff. But I mean, he was a. I actually was fighting in my head when I was when him and John Jones were in at the same time. I was like, God, I don't know. Anderson's number one. Anderson's number one, and then like Jones just kept going. Like, damn, man.
Yeah. Man, I would have been crazy to see them fight because I think Anderson Silva was middleweight, right?
Yeah, he's middleweight and light heavyweight was John
That
Jones.
would have been epic, man. That would have been epic.
That was before these super fights too.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Damn, why didn't that happen? That should have happened.
Because it's before the super fights. No one
Yeah,
was. They were just running their divisions. And that was it.
that's true, man. Who do you think would have won? Who do you think got it? Like both of them in their prime. Like who do you think?
Prime. Oh my god.
That's too much.
Man,
I don't know. It's hard to go
yeah, it's hard with Anderson and his Matrix moves.
right. But it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. John
Yeah,
Jones is vicious, man. I think Anderson Silva, he was genuinely a good guy. Like I feel like he was trying to beat people up, but he wasn't trying to like hurt them.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the vibe I got from him. He's like, even in his interviews, he's a great guy. But I feel like John Jones is just vicious, man. Like, uh, I'm
He
happy.
got that. He
Jones.
got that Mamba mentality in him.
Yeah, he got that. He got that Freddy Cougar Jason mentality, man. He's a buggy man for real.
Yeah. All
What
right, so
do you got? You
we
got.
go for number three.
All right,
When
cool.
we do number three, I'm agreeing with Anderson.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna agree with this
This
one.
was weird.
Huh?
All right, go ahead, go ahead. I was gonna give you my number three and see what you said.
All right, go for it. Go for it. Now you go ahead.
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse, that's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a beast. He's a legend. Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't get to watch too many of his fights, but I was watching his last fights. I forgot who he went. I don't know if it was this last fight, but he recently got knocked out and then he had a rematch and won. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. I even like watching him on YouTube and talk and stuff like that. But yeah, go ahead. My fault. Why you chose Mighty Mouse?
He was basically a smaller John Jones
Mm,
in this division. He ran through that division, wrestling, like stand up,
mm,
jiu-jitsu. I mean, if he was taller, we might be like going back and forth. Like, I don't know, is it John Jones? Is it Mighty Mouse?
mm. I
And
don't
they
know.
got rid of him for Ben Ash. What's the guy's name? Ben Askren.
Yeah, Ben Askren.
Yeah, they traded Mighty Mouse for him.
Yeah,
But
terrible. I don't know why they did that. I feel like they got bored though.
yeah, they never really promoted him.
Mm. But he's doing great now with his own promotion though.
Yeah,
Doing good. All right, cool. I'm gonna say mine's.
go ahead.
You're not gonna like it.
Don't play Connor.
Oh
Don't play Connor.
my God. I got Conor McGregor for number three, man. Oh no. I know. I
Oh,
know. I know. I love Conor, man. He got the big, like, bro, he had a big mouth. He brings attention to whatever he does. Like, he really, like, I don't know, man. His Irish spirit really took the sport to a next level. I mean, I don't think he reigned for that long. How many title defenses? Maybe like 4 or 5. It wasn't zero title defenses? For real?
never defended the title.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
He had two titles and he
That's
never defended. Was he? I think he was the first. Was he the first double champ?
I think he was the first ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never defended the titles.
Jesus. I don't know. Damn. I thought he had hey, fuck, man. I'm not the expert. I'm just a huge fan. That's why we're friends, right. We're fans. That's very important for people to know too. Like we're fans. Like we're not here to be super experts. We're here to have a good time and show our love for the sport. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
man. Like Conor McGregor, still he had great knockout power. His stand up game is impeccable. Usually, when people beat him, they take him to the ground. The only person that I really seen with the stand up that beat him was Dustin Poirier, but Dustin Poirier has an incredible stand up game too. Like he could strike for real. I think he beat Jose Aldo for the first one.
yeah.
Like wasn't Jose Aldo going for like 12 years before that? Like 10 years or something. Like he was going in for a legend.
Jose is one of my top 10.
Yeah, he's on your top 10. Yeah.
And
Hey.
yeah, Connor ended that in like a couple seconds.
Yeah, he ended that, and then he actually brought fans in from boxing too with the whole Floyd Mayweather thing with the boxing with them. I thought he's just great for the sport, and that's what I love the most. Is like it's great to be a great fighter, and I think that's important, and we should all love that. But the ability to bring people in to be more fans of the sport, it helps everyone because we all know that these fighters, and no knock on their salaries or anything like that, but fighters can make more money, right? And Conor, there was a girl, man, I forgot her name, but she was on a card with Conor McGregor, and she got points off of it, and she made $2 million just by being in the same. Yeah, she made on being on the same card as Conor McGregor. So like when he fights, I know like he gets these bullshit opportunities to be honest, but when he fights, people are getting paid. People are like it's really helping a lot of people and their families, and that's why I love him. He really helps in that way. Yeah, Conor McGregor. That's number 3 for me. What about you? Who you got? Oh,
I
number
already
four.
told you, number three. It was
No,
Mighty Mouse.
was number 4.
Number 4 for me,
Yeah.
and he's kind of like almost on the same as Mighty Mouse, Dominic Cruz. I
Mm.
freaking love Dominic Cruz, man. That
Yeah. Yeah, he's
so
good.
many people emulate his style of fighting. Like the guy's footwork was crazy. And now he's getting a little bit older. The injuries kind of caught up to him and stuff like that. But man, that guy at his prime,
Yeah.
oh
I feel like I missed out on this prime. I feel bad.
yeah. But
Oh,
what was
I
his
gotta go
prime?
look back on that Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz, man. You'll start to, if you watch that, then you'll start to see how a lot of people's fighting stances. I can't even think of their names right now, but if I think of their names, then you be like, oh, that's where they got it. Is they copy Dominic Cruz stance.
Who he beat? Like who you got a name like
Um,
like
he beat Henderson,
oh that's what's up. So he was
Uriah Faber.
okay.
Um, gosh, what other fights would he have? I think
Henderson was a beast though.
the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone, I believe he
Oh,
beat
Cerrone?
Cerrone.
Yeah. Cerrone's
Yeah.
good.
Um, yeah, I forgot what was the I can't remember the name of the promotion that they merged with UFC. We'll think of it later.
I would think about it later.
But yeah.
Yeah, Dominic
But
Cruz.
yeah, Dominic Cruz, man. Hands down, Dominic Cruz.
Sweet. Nah, love it. I'm definitely gonna check out his fights later too.
Yeah.
That's dope. And this is why it's important, man. This is why this is important. Because if you don't mention it, people won't talk about it.
Yeah, definitely watch
Me.
Dominic Cruz. I know he just lost to Brandon, his name?
Brandon Moreno or no?
No. He's I forgot what country he's from.
Oh wait, bantamweight.
He so gosh, I can't even think of anyone's names. Guy with the pink hair, braids. He's a champ currently.
Oh, Sugar.
Sugar Shane is going to fight Chico. I think his name is Chico.
Oh yeah, Cheeto. Yeah, Cheeto.
Yeah.
He's about to fight
Um,
Cheeto. Sugar.
Dominic just lost to him, and it was like one of those things where he's doing his normal like moving thing, and he jumped right into the kick. But in his prime, man, oh, this guy's footwork goes crazy.
Dude, that's what Sugar does though, man. That is what Sugar does. Sean O'Malley, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. So for me, George St. Pierre, number 4. So I got, man, now thinking about it, I'm like, damn, why I put fucking Conor McGregor before George St. Pierre? But yeah, George St. Pierre, I feel like, I don't know, his wrestling game was just so elite at that time. Um, it was impeccable. He did beat Henderson. He beat a lot of good fighters. He was a wasn't he? He was a double champ. He's a double champ. I think he was the first double champ. Yeah,
I
before.
don't think so. I think what happened back then was like you wouldn't like lose your belt or whatever, and then you might move
Uh,
up.
so
But
he was
like
a two-division champ
I could be wrong, but I think Connor was actually the first person to
the
hold
whole
2
two.
belts. Yeah.
Now that makes sense. But he did go up to the division. I think he was welterweight and lightweight, something like that. Yeah,
Yes.
George St. Pierre was a beast, man. He was an
Yes.
athlete too. Like, yeah, like he could jump really high. His kicks were great. He had a great strategy because he was very precise with everything. But he always followed his strategy against fighters, and he always talked about that too, which is really cool.
Yeah. St. Pierre. That is also I put I had put him 1 down, but it was kind of like a mixture. Another one where you could like flip flop these 2 guys anywhere. But yeah, St. Pierre is definitely
You got you
one
got
of the goats.
you got George St. Pierre before or Dominic Cruz, or you still gonna keep Dominic Cruz up there?
Oh no, yeah, I stole Dominic Cruz,
Yeah,
man.
that's the
Yeah, Dominic
man.
Cruz. Yeah,
Shit.
Dominic Cruz.
All right, so the next one, number 5.
All right, so this is the ones because I had Saint Pierre at 5,
Oh, you
but
did?
this is a toss up because my number was Max Holloway.
Max Holloway. Yeah, he's a beast, man. He's a great striker. Yeah, talk about it. Fuck it.
I forgot the name. We're gonna be like saying I forgot the name of the fighter a lot. But there was this one fight where he was talking to the announcers as he was fighting the dude.
Said I'm the best boxer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
talking to him and punching the dude in the face, man. Like
Crazy, dude.
what? Dude went Super Saiyan.
Crazy, dude.
You know, like,
Gee. Nah, that's a good one. Max Holloway's dope. He's a legend. Sure.
Always wanted him to get his rematch against Connor.
Connor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Connor beat him when he was starting out. And apparently, I don't know if you ever heard like on like Joe Rogan podcast and stuff, Max Holloway trained in his beginning fights by playing video games.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit. All right, we only have 10 minutes left.
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool. So we're gonna see it goes fast. Like
so we got to five. We got to five. That's
yeah, we got through five.
Got to five.
Shit, that's top five. Man, should we just end it at top five?
Yeah, and that top five.
All right, let's end it at top five, and then everybody, stay tuned for more. This is awesome. This is exciting. Really happy to have this podcast with Carlos. I appreciate you joining me on this adventure. I think it's important just to bring more fans in, to motivate people to even practice MMA, because, you know, a lot of people like to shoot people and do all these crazy things. And I think it comes from a place of insecurity. Like as a man, especially as a man, like when you're tested, and people don't have the confidence of self-defense, like the first thing you don't think, like, oh, you think I'm pussy, right? Because it's easy to insult a man, like, you think I'm pussy, and then they come back and shoot you and things like that. So hopefully this inspires people, especially people that look like us, you know what I'm saying, to like join the gym, because we're fucking beasts, bro. Like we are beasts. That ass. All right, cool, man. I appreciate you coming on. If there's anything else you want to say, the floor is yours.
No, thank you for having me on. First time doing something like this. So
yeah.
Do it again.
All right, cool, man. I appreciate you, brother. Have a good night. And next episode, tune in, follow, like, subscribe, share this content. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I want everyone to join on our journey.
Yeah, man.